Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Mimi and I am a psychic medium, and as you guys can tell by the title, I am going to be doing a reading on Miss Lucille Ball, or better known as I Love Lucy, from Lucy and Lucy Ricardo. So I'm going to be channeling some messages from her. She's been trying to come through strongly within the past few weeks, so I'm going to go ahead and just channel her messages and see what she has to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I'm going to jump into it in just a second, but I do want to point out that if you guys see me looking up, looking down, looking to the side, looking at a daze, there's nothing crazy going on. I am clairvoyant and I am clairaudient, meaning I can hear the messages and I get visions of it. So if you see me looking down, that's just me trying to make sense of what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and connect with her angels as well as with mine, and then I'm going to bring her forth and we'll start getting out those messages for you guys. So give me 1 second here. All right. Oh man, I love her energy. She's funny. She's also very serious, very business, like very goal-oriented, or was anyway. Okay, now she's bringing up her upbringing. She's saying that she was a shepherd's daughter from a small town. Now, it may not have been a specific small town, but she felt like it was small there. She felt like even the mines were small there while she was growing up. And I'm also, okay, she's clarifying. She's saying, I don't feel like it was an actual shepherd, but more in the sense of like a shepherd, like a person who leads their people in a specific direction is what I'm picking up on. Like that's what she means by shepherd anyway. Okay. Yeah, she's saying that most of the men she knew or knew of, they eventually would enlist into the armed services, and the women, they would ultimately be wives. And she's making me feel like neither were really a choice, so to speak. She's just saying that that's the way things were, is what she's making me feel like, or that's what she picked up on energetically, that would be the options. From early on, she's making me feel like she knew she wanted something different for herself, more so than just the status quo that was, the norm, or considered the norm. Now she is like making me feel, and she's actually saying that she took a chance on herself before anyone else did. And she's saying she went after the fame. And again, she's saying that, okay. She's making me feel, she's saying that what I did was not only far-fetched, but she's saying it was damn near unheard of. She's saying that Hollywood was vicious, and if you didn't take it with a smile, they'd replace you within the snap of a finger. She actually snapping her finger. She's saying that she had colleagues that betrayed her for reasons that she feels like they didn't have to betray her for. She's saying a lot of people thought that she was stupid, and she's saying she would play along and to make sure that she got to where she needed to get to. So she's saying if people thought she was, an airhead or a certain type of way or dim-witted, she would play along with it until she actually got to her goal, is what she's making me feel like. She's saying she actually negotiated a lot of work in Hollywood for herself. She's saying that she was not one of those women that sat around waiting, and that's just not something she would do. Okay. She's funny. She's calling herself a doer. Okay. Okay, so she is saying that she's really proud of her career, and I would be too. She did a lot. She's saying that she took her life and her career by the reins. She's saying that towards the end of her career, she was doing as much as she felt she could have been doing. Now she's making me feel like she wanted to do even more. And she's even saying that I would have worked until my last day on earth if I could have. Oh wow. It's a workaholic. Okay. Yeah, she's calling herself a workaholic. She's saying that she was a woman who took a stance on doing all she could, putting in the time and the effort it took to make her dreams and goals a reality. And she's saying she did this for her children. Um, she's saying that her children, everything, they were her everything. They were still her everything. She wanted to show them that a woman was not and could not be limited. And she wanted to be living proof of that. And she's saying specifically for her daughter. She wanted to show her daughter that. Okay. Now she's funny. She is saying that she didn't really take her romantic life as seriously as she felt she should have. But she's saying that she still wanted to be romanced and swept off her feet, like the movies. But she says she did not want anyone who thought that they would come before her career. And she said that men often thought that way back then, like they were like, oh, you could have your career, but then you have to leave it and then be the family woman and give it all up. She's really funny. She's saying she had a fair share of her gentleman callers. It's a gentleman call. Okay, I'm guessing that means like men who are interested. But she's saying that she didn't take any man seriously without knowing for a fact that they weren't going to interfere with her dreams and her goals. And she wanted to be, okay, she's saying, slow down, girl. She's saying, I want you to say this clearly. She's saying, I wanted to be a pioneer in my work. Okay? She's saying, I wanted to be a pioneer. I wanted to be remembered. I wanted to make sure that people saw how hard I worked, how much I did, how many doors I wanted to open, is what she's saying. Yeah, she's saying particularly she wanted to, every single time I'm hearing, I don't know if she was interviewed a lot or was in a lot of talk shows or something like that. She's saying that she wanted to push the envelope and bring up and talk about things that other people wouldn't talk about. She's saying women in particular, that women wouldn't in particular talk about because it wasn't, she's saying, ladylike. And she said she'd do it in a clever way. Like if it was something was taboo or she wasn't supposed to talk about it, she'd bring it up in a clever way or in a funny way where she would still make sure her point was put across. But at the same time, like, you're like, oh, she's so crazy. She's, oh, silly. But no, at the end of the day, you're still getting the message from her, and which is what she wanted out there. Okay? Now, she is saying at some point that she's telling me that she was pushed to take more serious roles. And she's telling me that she was being pushed to take more serious roles. She's saying that this was for the sake of awards or winning awards. I'm hearing Oscars specifically, so I don't know if she ever got a chance to win an Oscar or not, but she's bringing up Oscars. But she is saying that she has no regrets taking those types of roles. She's saying that these people would even go as far as telling her that the comedic route that she was taking, that, it wasn't memorable, but she's saying, I'm pretty sure people remember me. And she's right. People do remember her. Like when people mention I Love Lucy, most people have a good idea of who that is. So she's saying, ha, I got the last word on that. They remember me. Because people in her time were telling her that comedy was not memorable, that the comedic route was not going to be memorable, but that she needed to take these depressing roles, is what she's calling it, depressing. Depressing roles. Yeah, and yeah. She's like, I'm still remembered. I didn't need to take that. And I don't think she cared as much about some of these awards. I mean, it felt good to win awards, and she's telling me I won my awards. I won my fair share of awards. But she's making me feel like it wasn't everything. It was more of the art for her. Okay? And she is saying that most of these people who tried to push her in a different direction than what she wanted to do were mostly okay. She's saying she's calling them narcissistic men who just wanted to use her for their own personal agenda. So she's like, she wasn't having it. She was going to do what she wanted to do. She was going to take her own route, and she was going to pretend to go along with what you think you wanted her to do, meanwhile actually doing what she wanted to do. Um, okay. Okay, so I'm asking her, does she want to talk about her last day on Earth, her death? She's funny. She's waving it off. She's making the funniest face. I'm not even gonna try to replicate it. And she's waving it off. Like she's saying that's boring. Um, Now she's saying, if you want to ask me about those Hollywood parties and some of what I witnessed, what really happened, she's like, now that's entertaining. I'm willing to sit here and just tell you about that all day long, honey. All night if you want. She's so funny. Okay, so there is a message that she wants me to make sure I say. And she's saying this is concerning the women in the workplace. Okay. And she's saying women as a whole. Um, she's saying, ladies, if you want something, you have to go for it. Okay? She's saying specifically work-wise. She's saying, do not wait for any man, any woman. She's saying any wishing well. um, you know, or any laws to get passed, she's saying, or any opportunities to come up. She's saying you have to go create those opportunities. You have to go after it yourself, is what she's saying. Oh, I like her. Yeah, she's saying you have to put on your big girl pants, big girl panties on, and work like hell to make it. I'm sorry, you guys. She's funny. Oh, okay. Okay, Miss Lucy, do you have any more messages for us? She is funny. She's sitting there holding a martini, shaking her head. Okay, guys, so I think those are all the messages. I don't feel like I need to pull cards on this one. So I feel like those are all the messages. She's really, really fun to channel. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and then hit that other button to get the notification. And thank you guys for sharing my videos. I appreciate all the love you guys have been showing me. Like, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I can't say thank you enough. So I'm going to go ahead and catch you guys on the next video. You guys take care.